What do we know about this claim?
You know, it's a fire loss.
Yep.
And here's the issue. The husband died in the fire.
You couldn't just come on in. And one night, I lost my home, my husband, and my business.
No, I know.
Whoa, man. You can't touch the client.
They're not always on your side, and you're not always in good hands. My name is Bo Williamson, and I am a public adjuster. I stand up for homeowners when they have insurance claims. Our headquarters is in Panama City Beach, but our fight is nationwide. Sometimes insurance claims can be through the roof. However, insurance companies don't always want to pay you. That's why I'm here. Living the Christian life and dealing with this crazy world around me, one thing I've learned is someone has got to stand up for the little guy. This is Insurance Wars.
Ray, before we go, you remember the Blakely claim?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
That was the one with the pipe burst and the mess all over the place. Good news for you. We were able to take on the insurer and we got them to pay full policy limits.
Wow, that's so amazing. So full policy limits? Okay, let me go ahead. Bo's actually in the office today, so I will let him know and I'll get that on over to Ben. That's so exciting for the client. I will let them know after this.
Yeah, they were very nice to deal with and we're really glad that we could help them.
All right, well, thank you so much. It was good to speak with you, Mark, and I hope you have a good day.
Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah.
You know, I'll never forget this photo.
Oh, that was crazy, wasn't it?
All day,
Remember?
Chris he's just bragging.
Yes, he thought it was him.
And then Susan's daughter says, not him, the other guy.
The other guy. That was so funny. That was hilarious.
Hey, I have some good news to start the day. I got an update from Florida Professional Law Group for the Blakely claim. Their
Nice.
busted pipe. We've reached full policy limit.
Oh,
fantastic.
full policy.
Yes, I'm
Great.
about to
that
let
would
the
be good.
homeowner know. I'm about to give him a
Oh,
call.
wow. That's a
Let
great
you know
phone call
too.
to make, isn't it?
Good
It's a
stuff.
fun
Good.
one.
Make sure you let Ben know, because
Yeah,
he's
he'll
already
want to
worked
know about
file.
that.
And we're going to a fire loss, so.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to be out for a couple of hours. If the phone rings, please send it through to
Perfect.
myself.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you so
You're gonna have
much.
to drive.
Yes, sir.
It's too
Drive
bad
safe
about
and have a good day.
too bad about Chris, you know, going to jail over there. That crypto Ponzi scheme. That's crazy.
What do we know about this claim?
Well, I mean, the insurance company's doing the typical thing. You know, it's a fire loss.
Yep.
As the fire inspector comes out, fire investigator, and they come up with, you know, some kind of arbitrary, it could have been this, could have been that. They don't know. You know, the house is burned down, basically.
At what stage do they bring the homeowner in for the EUO?
They don't want to pay the claim, and so they bring the wife in. Here's the issue. The husband died in the fire. You know, when you have a fire claim, any big claim, especially when there's loss of life, you kind of really want some of your best hands on that. The owner of Noble stepping in, because your claim is so important and we want to be here for you, and we're not going to let somebody run over you, take from you, steal from you, or bully you. We're here for you here at Noble.
What's our approach?
So when we get there, I think that you should say to the adjuster, hey, look, we've presented her claim. It's very simple. It's a fire claim. You know, what's the deal? What's your position? And let's let him talk. And then let's just destroy his fallacies. And if we have to, we put him in his place. Because, I mean, frankly, it's such an emotional thing. I mean, the husband died in the fire. There's only so much somebody can put up with.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Fire's a hard animal to chase. It's caused either by electric fault, by heaters, by candles, by cooking. Very often those sort of things happen, and they happen accidentally. We're always there to help the homeowner. Even though fire may devastate everything they've got, we try and bring a semblance of order back into that chaos.
Wow, there's nothing here but the slab. Hey,
Hey, how y'all doing this afternoon?
doing good.
You okay? You okay?
Thank you for that. It's like,
Hi, Mrs.
that's why I
Ferreira.
needed something like that. Thank you. My name is Melody Ferreira. As you can see right here, this is where my house used to stand. And one night I lost my home, my husband, and my business. I know y'all gonna take good care of me, you know.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it so much. Come on in. About 2 a.m, my husband and I were woken up, our dog barking and smoke just coming into our bedroom, and our house was on fire. And we got out, and because of the smoke, we couldn't see our dog. So my husband went back in to get him and was able to steer him out the door. But my husband ended up getting trapped, and my house burnt completely down with my husband inside it.
What has been happening with you and the insurance carrier? Bring us up to speed with any communication.
Well, I did the whole insurance
evidence under oath?
Yes, the insurance deposition. And that was a nightmare. You know, they treated me like I'm a criminal. I'm sorry. It's just like, just being in the space alone is hard for me, you know?
I'm sure.
And to relive all of that, of the questioning about if I burnt down my own house, you know? My husband and I, we worked for years on our jobs, climbed up that ladder, saved money for the right house, and decided that we should have a business, that we had enough money where we could start our own business. And we had our issues, we had our problems, but I miss him. I don't know how I'm going through this right now.
Man, I'm so sorry about that. It looks like you had a beautiful home. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this tile work.
Yes, yeah. We picked this one out when we got all of this retiled.
Standing in the foyer here.
Yeah, I'm saying it's
Yes.
beautiful.
Man. And
Yeah.
so where was the business? Where was your
Okay,
actual...
so over here, this used to be our living room, and you know, we decided to open up the business. We just took everything out of there and made this our main space. So we could still have light coming in. It was beautiful. We had it set up very nice and neat, very professional. My business was making custom quilts for people. If you send in a picture, we can quilt the picture of your loved one on the quilt with some other memories, their favorite sayings, their favorite sports team. And I started the business because my husband was a great artist, and he was great at drawing faces, and I was great at creating a pattern. So we worked as a team, and it was successful. It was good.
Let me ask you, how long ago did you guys start the business in the house?
I want to say that we started about 6 or 7 months ago. Yeah, 6 or 7. We just got off the ground. We hadn't really, we had got to that point where we were starting to actually pay for the business, you know? That when you're like, okay, I can put this dollar on the wall.
Because it's in pre-profit, and now it's getting into profit,
now it's starting to pay
and now
for
this
itself.
happens.
You know, I realize we have we're kind of kindred spirits, so to speak. We had so much in common. They were entrepreneurs, she and her husband, Marcus. I'm an entrepreneur, my wife, Heather, and I can't even start to imagine losing my wife. I just had this deep sense of empathy and sympathy when it came to this situation with Melody.
You know,
What's happening with your mortgage company?
I'm still paying my mortgage.
You're still paying your mortgage?
I'm still paying my mortgage because the insurance company has not given me anything. And right now I'm staying at my sister's in her living room. I'm staying there with my dog. And I just can't afford to spend any money whatsoever. I feel like I'm just at my last end. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't even be breaking down like this. It's just
You're fine. You're fine. You really are. I can't pretend to know what you're going through.
No way. I mean, it's been, what, 3 or 4 months?
Right. And I have to live. You know, I still have my car payment, my car insurance.
How much of your home was actually destroyed by the fire, and how much did you have to clear? Did the HOA come in at some point?
Yes, we had to take down everything, but it was unlivable. It was completely destroyed.
Do we know where the fire started?
Not exactly. They said that it could have been arson, it could have been electrical, you know, it could have been human error, something that we did, but the fire department, the chief has not given us any any understanding of what exactly started the fire. So
Yeah, some things you just can't recover. You know, houses you can build, but this is emotional ground zero. This is a loss of everything.
It's
you know?
yeah.
I'm so sorry, Miss Melody.
Yeah, my husband Marcus, he would be so upset that we was going through this right now.
Oh.
He lost his life saving our dog. He was just such a good person. Like I didn't want him to go back in, and he went in, and this insurance company is just so upsetting. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I just don't want to really deal with them.
You know, I walked onto that property and I saw this woman who'd lost everything, and in front of her was her entire future, entire existence razed to the ground. My heart went out to her. That is so hard to face. It's easy to become brazen because we see so much of it, but for her, that was everything. My heart so went out to her because of what she had to face. You know, the good news, if one can even say that in this context, is you're not fighting this alone. Noble Public Adjusting Group is here to stand with you.
I wish
who's
I had you
professional.
guys at that insurance deposition, because it was ridiculous, the questions they were asking me. And I didn't even know insurance companies could do something like that. I had no clue. I mean, I felt like I was being put on trial. And I mean, if they thought that to think that I killed my husband.
Well, I guess we're going to meet the adjuster. He should be here pretty soon from the insurance carrier.
The good news is I know they've been dragging it out and stuff, but you know, your house is obviously a total loss. We will get them to pay for everything. We know that you didn't do any of the crazy stuff they're accusing you of. We know that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna put the adjuster on the spot. If he doesn't have any absolute proof, then they're gonna have to cut a check. I mean,
And Bo does a good job of that.
well,
Okay.
We don't call
So
him
I
Bo
see
the
you in
bulldog
action.
behind his back for nothing. We'll know pretty soon.
I know I lost a lot of sleep last night just
I think
thinking about this.
I think this is him. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
I'm Bo, this is Emil.
This is the homeowner, Mrs. Melody Ferreira.
Hello, hello. Is it Miss, Mrs.? Sorry, COVID.
Mrs.
Okay, nice to meet you. My name's Sebastian. I'm with the carrier. Any chance you or your husband were a smoker, ma'am? I just noticed. Just upon
Are you
arrival.
serious right now?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
I'm gonna be
No.
honest. The EUO report did say that arson was not ruled out, so I just have to make sure.
What is your brief here? What are you wanting to accomplish? What have you been told to do?
Yes. So my job here today is pretty quick and simple. I'm actually here to just take a couple measurements. Funny thing is, I actually forgot
Are you
my.
a contractor?
No, sir.
Are you
Actually,
an engineer?
I'm an adjuster, sir.
Wow.
So what I do is super quick. I actually did forget my tape. I don't take these little jobs super serious. You have a tape on you by chance?
You
Take a
are
couple-
late and unprepared
Man,
for your job.
We'll be super quick, okay?
Wow.
You have a tape on you by
yeah,
chance?
I do.
Okay, you wanna come with me really quick? You mind if we step I guess I don't need to ask to step inside, right?
It's open. It's open. Just go ahead
Thank
on
you.
in.
The house
Just
burned
go
down,
ahead.
man.
Yeah.
Sebastian didn't even have the basic tools with him. The fact that I had to let him use my digital measuring tape, Sebastian was way out of his depth. He was unprepared. And again, it wasn't about the client, it was about Sebastian. And unfortunately, he fell short.
It's like that deposition all over again. I can't even. I'll let y'all just. Is it okay if I just stand out here?
100%.
Yeah.
We'll take care of this guy.
All right.
Listen, I think we need to rethink how we're approaching this whole thing with our homeowner. You can tell this is a total loss. It's a total loss. Look at these fences. The whole place burnt down.
What do you mean by my approach? What are you
Well,
referring?
you've got to have a heart, brother. This homeowner's just lost everything. You can't just be taking photographs and moving on. You need to help solve this.
Well,
The
let's-
carrier has a commitment.
Well, let's be honest. The EUO report hasn't ruled out arson, right? Miss Ferreira, could you join us, please?
Mrs.
That's Mrs., man. She's
many
married.
times
She's
did
a
you hear
widow.
that?
Get her right.
All right, I appreciate you coming up here and joining us. So just a quick question. You mentioned you had a dog?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the dog's name?
Muncie.
That's a terrible name. All right, look, now here's my problem. I show up here
He's got
to
a
do
problem.
a job, right? Things don't add up. Were you struggling financially?
This guy has some mental issues.
Did you not have credit cards
What's he
that were
doing
maxed
here?
out?
He can't do it. Hey, dude,
Did you even have coverage for your business?
dude, ratchet it down.
Didn't your husband have life insurance?
Oh, he crossed the line there. Don't do that.
I show up here to do an assessment, right? I notice a cigarette in the front yard, right? No. I noticed.
Whoa, man. You can't touch the client. That's a woman.
Okay.
You got a man right here.
I'm so
All
sorry.
right. My job's done.
Yeah, it is. You got a man right
I'm gonna
here.
head out. Like my job is finished.
That should never.
You
have
need to
happened.
go.
That should never.
This who you are?
I appreciate you guys taking the time.
You need to go home and look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this who you want to be? Is this the man that you want to be?
Is this who you really are?
We found out from Melody that one reason why she hired us is because she had to sit through an EUO, an examination under oath. They were grilling her in this EUO, and she didn't have any representation there, and the same kind of thing. They were kind of accusing her of this, that, and the other, all these crazy things, and the adjuster was doing the same exact thing. In her presence, enough was enough. I had to lay down the law, and I told that guy, he needs to go home, he needs to do some soul searching. So I hope he prays about it.
Wow, Bo.
Unbelievable.
That's
boy,
unbelievable. I've never seen that before. Melody, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm so
that
glad
was-
you stepped
was
in. That is
unbelievable.
uncalled for.
completely
Unprofessional. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But it's,
The good news is that's not the end of the story. Okay? That was just a misstep by the insurance carrier. We're so sorry.
I'm definitely putting in a complaint about that one.
Yes.
Listen, we're gonna get you an Airbnb tonight. That way you're not having to sleep on everybody's couch.
Yeah.
Melody,
And
if
we
you need
need-
anything, I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you call me, okay?
All right, you got it.
Goodbye, Miss
Bye.
Melody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
That was
ridiculous.
insane. Have you ever seen an adjuster physically get physical
We need to lodge a formal complaint about that. That's assault.
with a woman?
That is assault.
Yeah, it is. That's why I jumped in, man. That was out of control once he touched her.
I'm so glad you jumped in, Bo.
Felt like I didn't have a choice.
Thank you for doing that.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, puppy.
My name is Melody Ferreira. I'm here to see Valerie.
Yeah, I have you down for a check exchange, so let me
Okay.
go ahead and grab her.
Thank you.
Hey, Melody, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. So, we got you policy limits, the deductible was absorbed, and it is finally over.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, the nightmare has ended.
Yes,
finally.
ma'am.
So the day that I met with the insurance adjuster, it got a little heated. He was completely out of line with me. And my neighbors overheard the commotion. They came over after he left and they had a talk with me, and I told them what was going on. And come to find out, they had footage of how the fire started. A transformer blew up and the flame landed right on my house. And that's how that fire started. I was able to get that footage to Bo, and he was able to settle my claim. So I'm here today to pick up my check and put this nightmare behind me so I can really mourn the loss of Marcus and move on with my life. I'm so grateful, so grateful. No, I'm like, I can't stop crying. I'm just, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Hey, Bo.
Melody, how are you doing?
How are you? Hey.
Glad we got the money for you.
Yes, yes, it's over, it's over. It's
And
over.
Sebastian, you know, he got fired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we sent in that fire video showing where the transformer started the fire, the insurance company said, we gotta let him go.
Oh.
And this is the luckiest dog in the world,
Yes, she
Mutzy.
is. Yes, she is. I know.
Man.
Like,
You gotta be loved. You know, your dad gave his life for you.
he sure did. He sure
Man. Well, it's good to see you.
did. Good to see you too.
We're always here for you.
Yeah.
If you need anything, let me know.
Well, we're off to have a nice day, mommy and daughter day. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Still have her.
Yes, yes.
Bye, Mutzy.
Bye, Bo.
Bye, Melody. So we are noble. That's our name. It's an adjective. That's who we are. And it describes us. That noble company that is there for every single client. You know, Melody needed us in the most vulnerable time of her life, and we were there for her. But it's not just for Melody, it's for every single client. I'm very respectfully and humbly proud of that fact. So, you know, Audrey, ever since I opened up Noble, the first location in Florida with Noble, which is like 2013, mid 2013, the insurance industry has just been changing and changing and changing. You know, what are your thoughts on that? You saying the same thing? I mean, from your perspective as an attorney?
Absolutely. I would say, well, in our firm, I mean, Jimenez and Carrillo has been around with the partners 30 plus years. I've been a partner with them for 6 years now. And I have to tell you, I have seen some changes, right? In the past few years, especially. I think that little by little, these laws and the changes are kind of chipping away a little bit at our policyholders' rights, and it's something to be aware of.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, what do you think I should be conveying to the insurers? Because I talk to them every day. I mean, is there anything I should be conveying to them that you're seeing?
I think the one thing when you're talking to policyholders to really be aware of is for them to understand that they're not doing anything wrong when they are hiring a public adjuster, when they're hiring an attorney. They really need to understand that the insurance companies, they have a team. They have a team working with them. They have adjusters, they have general contractors, they have engineers. They have all these folks looking at their claim. And it's not always, you know, in the light most favorable to them. I mean, let's be honest, they're not in the business of paying claims, right?
Right.
And so I find that sometimes the insured is hesitant. You know, they're like, why do we really need them? Or they feel like they're doing something wrong because that's their insurance company. They should be taking care of them. And, you know, oftentimes when people are on the fence or they're unsure about hiring representation, I tell them, you also need a team of your own, right? Absolutely. Because you've had some damage now, you have something going on in your property that you may not know the extent of. And this is what we do day in and day out. And we can put them in touch with these teams, right? We can get them a reputable general contractor, an engineer to go out and check out these things. Because we're lawyers, right? So we're not in the business of telling them, you know, what's wrong with their property, but we can get them somebody that can, and then we're there to read that, you know, sometimes 80-page policy that is tucked away in a drawer and probably still dusty. And we can, you know, the first 50 pages, the first 5 pages are what it covers. And then it's those last 75 pages that are filled with exclusions. And again, I think it all goes back to the knowledge and just to people's experiences. You know, as I find that sometimes my Miami clients, they know, you know, we're not here to fight the insurance company. This is not a do-it-yourself project. I'm hiring the expert, you know, because they need someone in their corner down there. And then as you travel a little bit further north, you find that the homeowner, they want to give the insurance company a shot. You know, they're a little more, you know, this is my policy, this is my insurance company, they're here to protect me. And then, you know, I've had to represent a lot of homeowners from Hurricane Sally, Hurricane Michael, and they tried that in the beginning. They legitimately tried that. And then you have homes whose roofs, you know, are completely gone. And, you know, it's wear and tear.
Right.
So,
yeah, Category 5 hurricane. the strongest hurricane to ever hit Florida in the month of October didn't do this.
Yes. It was wear and tear, long-term and repeated
Where's the list of
seepage.
non-covered stuff? Yeah.
So that's when they come to us, and we're happy to help. We really are.
We've been working for together for a long time, but it's nice finally meeting you in person.
Absolutely. Likewise.
I see.
Likewise.